What's it like to actually be in position to have a chance to do that?
All I can say is this is what we've been working for. We're ready, and now it's real. Now we can, stop talking about it and actually start getting to work on it. And we're not taking any day for granted, so it's definitely a blessing. So yeah.
Does that bring more pressure? The fact that the opportunity's in front of you, and you've been talking about it for 2 years.
Right. Yeah. I don't want to say pressure. I want to say opportunity, because this is what we've been working for. This has been on our mind last 2 years. So definitely, yeah.
Does the opportunity feel like kind of what you thought it would, as you've been dreaming about this for a couple of years?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, in order to be the best, you got to beat the best. So this is definitely what I expected.
Yeah, what is the challenge that these guys pose? I mean, particularly the fact, Hundley and Moss, you didn't have to face them last year.
Right.
They still got the better of you, and now they got these two guys back who are playing at such a high level.
Right.
What is the challenge that you guys face defensively?
They're a physical team, and they're a four-quarter team. They're not just going to lay down at any point in the game. So the challenge is to play every snap the way we need to play it for 4 quarters.
Yeah. Championship effort in order to win a championship?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They were picked to win the South. You were picked to win the North. Did it feel going into the season like that a Pac-12 championship would go through Utah, or did you not really look at all that stuff?
Honestly, I never looked at any of that stuff. Just kind of focused on what we need to do each game. I never looked at that.
You guys didn't play this season. Is it kind of a strange deal? I mean, you obviously play most of the teams in the conference every year. Is it a weird thing that the team that you're playing against, it'll be the first time you face it? Do you like it that way? Would you like to have had a chance to play them previously, or kind of how do you look at that?
I mean, it would have been, I thought it was kind of different because usually we play them each year.
Right.
I thought we were going to play before the season. Before I really looked at the schedule, I remember that we lost to them last year. And I was hoping that they'd be on their schedule this year because I know that's one of the tougher teams to play. So I was kind of surprised when it wasn't on their schedule. So having them this week, that's a really good challenge. Yeah.
Obviously, you guys did a good job of games you lost last year. You've won this year. This is the only team left. Does it kind of feel like that's a part of it too?
Can you repeat that?
The teams you lost to in the conference last year, you've come back this year and beaten, but Utah's the one team that you haven't faced yet. Does that feel like an opportunity to get a little revenge there too?
All right. I mean, obviously we're going to have a chip on our shoulder from last year, losing at their place. That was a tough loss, especially in the biggest game of the year. And definitely have a lot of motivation, chip on our shoulder going into that game.
Kyle Winningham said one of the great stats on their team is their defense has played the fewest snaps in the country. I assume that means their offense does a good job of holding on to the ball. Is that kind of the key, is not to get dominated on time of possession?
I mean, really, I'm not really looking at that. I'm just looking at as long as we do our job, 3 and out, give our offense a chance to score. That's what we need to do.
You guys have played a lot of really good young quarterbacks, USC, Auburn, etc. What are the challenges of facing this senior quarterback who's done it all except win the Pac-12?
Right. No, he's legit. He's legit. Each week we face a really good quarterback, so we're just going to handle it, each week like we've been preparing. So, yeah.
Utah's really good on first down. It looks like. How pivotal is it just making sure those first downs are kind of in your favor?
Right. Those are always crucial downs. You always want to win the first down. It helps with momentum. It helps with field position. So it's always huge to win the first few downs.
Zach Moss is the conference leader in rushing this year. He's been a really tough out for a lot of teams this year. What do you see on him on film, and why has he been so good?
He's a physical runner, really physical runner, and we just make sure wrap up, tackling, yeah.
It's obviously a sunny day here in Eugene in the winter, which is unusual, but the forecast is calling for a lot of rain and maybe a mud bowl. How are you guys preparing for the conditions?
We were outside today, so I mean, it oddly didn't rain today like it usually does, but we'll be prepared for whatever weather we face.
Did you grow up, kind of dreaming of playing in the Rose Bowl, and what would that mean to do that?
Absolutely. Ever since I was 5 years old, I always dreamed about playing in there. I was outside the USC Texas game. I didn't go inside, but I mean, as a kid, that's a huge game, so I always dreamed about playing in that.
What was that atmosphere like that night?
Insane. I wasn't even in the game. Outside is just crazy, so that was insane. Yeah.